Hello, this is Courtney from Love Lives On, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Amber Cohen, a Toronto-based clinical psychologist who has experience working with people who are grieving. And today we will be discussing how to cope with grief when missing loved ones during the holidays. So welcome, Dr. Cohen, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So my first question for you is, in your experience, why are the holidays such an especially difficult time for people who are missing a loved one and grieving?
The holidays are so difficult because they really are a family, friends, and loved ones time. And I think what happens is we have such strong traditions and such strong memories around these times. So really visceral memories like using all of our senses, so taste for food, smells of food, fire, sound of music, prayers, touch of like feeling the hugs and love from people. And so there's such visceral, strong memories that trigger memories of our loved ones, and grief just comes up from that. Yeah. I think also a second kind of piece to it is sometimes people's family dynamics or support networks may have changed from the loss, and that can be kind of especially difficult during these times.
Right. So you kind of touched on my next question, which is why does grief tend to resurface so strongly during the holidays, even if it's been months or in some cases years since someone has suffered the loss?
I think the stuff I said for sure, and also there's no time cap on grief. I think people sometimes feel the pressure to kind of get over it, and that's just simply not true.
Yeah.
And everybody's struggle with grief is different. So the rate that they move forward, how they move forward, it can just really be a unique experience. And anytime we have a holiday or a birthday or the anniversary of somebody's death, it can just trigger those memories and those grief feelings again.
Right.
I think also to touch on, the first year can be particularly difficult when people don't know what the holiday is going to look like and how those traditions have changed. And that uncertainty can just be really hard to sit with.
Right. And the absence of that person is especially felt.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how can someone who's missing a loved one emotionally prepare himself or herself for an upcoming holiday?
So I think that there's a lot of stuff that we can do to emotionally prepare. One of the best ways is to bring awareness to the fact that you might have a difficult time. So really start to notice some of your thoughts and feelings in order to be able to kind of reach into your tool belt and use some skills that might help you feel a little bit better. So whether it's reaching out to loved ones or memorializing your loved one in some way, visiting their gravesite, just kind of being aware of those feelings that they are going to come up can let you know that you got to use a skill to feel a little bit better. Also, I think that some people kind of get guilty feelings and think that the depth of their pain might equate to the amount that they love that person, and that's simply not true. And I think a way to combat that is to think about what your loved one would want for you during the holiday season or in general. And it's probably to kind of hold positive, loving memories in your mind about them and not get stuck in the pain. I also think it's really important that if you're a worrier in general, or you recognize that you're worrying about what the holidays are going to look like, to notice those ruminating thoughts and try and distract your mind away from them. And this can be by using any of your coping techniques or skills. And really the best way is just to do something that is kind of cognitively complex. So if it's Sudoku or crosswords or knitting or whatever you like, but notice yourself kind of spinning in those unhelpful thoughts and try and move your mind away from them.
Right. Excellent advice. The holidays are often filled with social gatherings as well, and that can be a lot for someone who's grieving. Could you recommend any coping skills or techniques for people who are finding it difficult to balance the social aspect of the holidays with the need to work through their grief?
Definitely. I think the most important thing is to be okay with saying no to things and set boundaries. I think the best way to kind of look at it is you want to hit somewhere in the middle of the continuum. So not totally isolating yourself, but not feeling like you have to do every single event.
Right.
So pick the events or pick the people that you feel kind of most supported by or most comfortable with, and prioritize those events. And also think of ways that can kind of make you feel the most reassured and safe. So like bringing your own car so you can leave the event if you want to, or RSVPing that you're only going to come for a certain amount of time, just making it the most comfortable situation for yourself.
Right. And do you have any final thoughts for our viewers who might be missing a loved one during the holidays?
I think two kind of final thoughts come to mind. One is take care of yourself. So holidays are a hard time. Our sleep schedule's off, our eating patterns are off, our exercise regimen's off, and those are all things that can affect us when we're already feeling down.
Right.
So I would try and kind of stay on top of those things as much as possible. And I think the second thing is to remember to reach out for support. So often when we lose someone, our loved ones say, let me know if you need anything or how I can help. And they might not feel comfortable bringing up the loss themselves. So, but I'm certain that most people want to help. So if you were to reach out and say, I kind of need you to be there for me, or this is what you can do for me, that's a good way to get a little bit of support and love when you're struggling.
Awesome. I just want to thank you so much again, Dr. Cohen, for chatting with me today. I know that our viewers who are missing someone special this Christmas and any holidays upcoming will benefit so much from your insights on the matter. So thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much.